I'm at the Koblenz main cemetery here in Germany. It's a pretty old cemetery. It's the third largest cemetery in all of Germany. And it was founded in 1820. And I don't know how well you can see yet. It's actually kind of difficult to see, but the cemetery is on a hillside and it goes up. But before this was a cemetery, it was a Prussian fortress. And part of the fortress is still here. You can see part of the walls and more. And we'll come to that. In fact, I'm walking here.
Welcome to Brian's Paranormal Travels.
So what brings me here is that I was on in Germany call it Lost Places website. I guess you would call that a website for urban explorers. Wow, look at this. So a website for urban explorers, and one of the people posting on that site talked about this cemetery and how it has a strange history and is haunted. Look at this. See how it's layered in tiers? It goes from below where I came from, then you go up, and there's constant stairs, and it goes up and up and up like that, because this was where a fortress was from Prussia. And there's actually another fortress intact here in Koblenz, but I'm not going there today. So, and that fortress has something to do with why I'm here. So that urban explorer was talking about how they were checking out the remains of the fortress here, where I'm walking to right now, and she saw something really, really odd. She said she saw an apparition of a person. But it wasn't just an apparition of a person. It was an apparition of a person missing their head. And she said it absolutely freaked her out. And she wasn't the only one who saw it. So she wasn't alone. Now, on most of these urban exploring sites that I go to, their password, you have to have specific access to get to them, because a lot of the urban explorers go to places that aren't always legal to enter. However, here, this cemetery is a public place. Oh wow, look at this. Now mind you, this cemetery is from 1820. Look at this. Oh my. 1824. But just look at these graves. Wow. How incredible is that? Yeah, I was told I would see some incredible gravestones, and already right here. And these are older, you know, from the early 1800s. Just sitting here on the hillside. Possibly from the Prussian military. I don't know. Look at this right here. The date on that one was 1790 to 1859. Oh, general. Infantry general. Okay. Wow. So it's not this apparition of a headless person that is known to be here. There's also claims of other shadow figures and whistling sounds. I hear a lot of birds, so the whistling could just be the birds, but I think people would know the difference between a bird and, you know, something else. But I want to talk about this apparition and why this apparition is so relevant. Look, we continue to walk up. Wow. Had no idea. This is different. This is really unique. Oh my, and I'm actually, whoa, almost lost my balance there. Keep moving up. Okay. Oh wow, how beautiful is this? Wow. Okay, I do want to continue my story. So, by the locals, and there's a lot of locals in the area. Right across the street is apartment buildings, you know, and this gets a lot of visitors. In fact, a lot of people, sorry, it's windy out. I hope it doesn't mess up the microphone too much. The higher I get, the more wind. Okay, so a lot of people claim that have come here to get frightened out of here. But I'm not quite 100% sure if they're getting frightened out of here because of actual paranormal in the cemetery, or if it's the history of this cemetery that is scaring them out of here, especially if they're alone. So the reason why I say that is I am alone, and I'm looking around, and although I can hear voices like in the distance from the town, I'm pretty much alone up here, which is scary because one of the most horrendous crimes in German history was committed in this cemetery. And it's an unsolved crime, a murder. And this murder has a lot of relevance to what the urban explorer claimed to have seen. Now I wonder, if you're familiar with the Koblenz cemetery, do you know what I'm talking about? Oh my. Oh wow, check this out. Look right there. This sucker's huge. I'm going to tell you. Okay, I'm trying to get to the fortress here, but I have to tell you, and I wanted to finish my story about the crime, but I'm trying to get through here, and I was wondering how a major crime could happen in this cemetery. But I have to say, I'm not that surprised, because it's vast, and as you see here, there are ways to walk in here where you won't be seen or heard. Oh, and look what I've come to. I've come to, war graves, I believe. Okay. Oh, and I can see the fortress up there. That's where we're heading. Oh. I thought I heard somebody over here, so I was pointing the camera away, but there's no one over here. What is this?
It's me making sounds.
Oh no, did I just get it's me making sounds? No way did it just say that.
My name is Peter.
Hello, Peter. It's me
Look
making
there.
sounds. Oh, you know what's here? Unbekannter Soldat. These are unknown soldiers from World War II, I believe. Yeah. Unbekannter Soldat. Okay. So it looks like all of them right here are unknown soldiers. Okay. Wow.
My heart.
Wow. So this is pretty incredible already. I have never been in a cemetery like this before, but now that I'm here and I'm walking through it, I can understand how something could happen up here. Wow. And I have to apologize for losing my train of thought. I got a little lost in here trying to find my way. Oh wow. Look over there how those branches are moving with the wind. Hopefully it doesn't affect the microphone too much. Okay, so we'll continue. Wow, and it just continues. So what we have over here is the parts of the Prussian fortress that are still here. And it's really, if you think about it, it's hidden up here. So now I understand how a major crime could happen up here and go unknown, which is kind of terrifying. Oh my God, look at this. Right there in the bushes. So I guess it's around here that it happened. In fact, it could be, it's right here. Somewhere right here is the exact spot where a homeless person was killed. Not just killed though. He was butchered. His head was removed from his body. Now, I do not know if that urban explorer was aware of that murder or not, but it happened right here. And she said she saw the apparition near the fortress. Okay, so, and now I'm at the fortress, or parts of the fortress that are still here. Now, I do not know the exact spot where the murder occurred, but looking at police photos from here, I'm hazard to guess that it happened in this area. Wow, just look at this. So I know part of the fortress is open and we'll go into it, but I think those doors are locked. I'm gonna go look. So a homeless person was living here in the cemetery, hidden from view, And somebody, nobody knows who because it's an unsolved crime, killed him. And I believe the crime itself happened in this area right here. The exact spot I do not know, but it's either around this fortress or, now I don't even know exactly where the body was found, but I believe we're very close. And the body was found by a walker going along one of these paths here. And from what I understand, the head was still here, and so was the body. What a gruesome sight to come upon, wouldn't you say? That would just be horrible. I have a very, very uncomfortable feeling right here. And it could be because I know a murder happened right here. And it could also be that I'm up here alone and the murderer was never caught. So, was the murderer a local? Was the murderer somebody passing through? Did the murderer know the victim? Those are questions the police are still asking to this day. Now, I'll post a poster of it and how you could contact the Koblenz police if you happen to watch this and you know details that were missed, if you're a local here. With that said, it is a really creepy vibe I have right here. Let me show you something else. I'm looking here and it looks like there once was a bench to sit here. And I have to wonder if that bench was removed on purpose because of the murder. It's really, really eerie here, folks. I have to say, I really have goosebumps. It's really strange. Now, I don't know if the victim was murdered during the day or at night. I also don't know what kind of weapon he was killed with. These are details I think the police have kept secret in case the murderer is ever caught or there's ever a confession. The murderer would only be the other person to know those details other than the police. Okay. No, not open. I didn't think it was. So I want to walk around. So I'm going to read you a little bit of the details. So on the afternoon of Friday, March 23rd, 2018, a casual walker passing along these upper paths made a discovery that would spark one of the most terrifying unsolved manhunts in modern German history. Right here outside these stone archways, which you'll see in just a moment, lay the body of 59-year-old Gerd Michael Straten. Now, homeless person, but he wasn't a homeless person. He dealt in art. He was also very well liked in the community. So, I'll get more into that in just a moment, but he was brutally murdered in this area. Let's walk over here. I don't know whether he was murdered inside here or not. He was a highly educated, respected art, print, and picture framing dealer before his business had gone, bankrupt, I assume. He had fallen on hard times. Hello? I hope nobody's in here. It's so quiet. Hello? Okay, nobody's here. Oh, wow, what's over here? You know what? I think this is for him. Wow, so maybe this was the exact spot where he died or was killed. Locals in Koblenz knew him well as a polite, quiet man who loved public libraries and cafes. He didn't use drugs, he rarely drank, and he meticulously maintained a clean, well-groomed appearance. So he must have had me. What the hell was that? I just heard like a major... I gotta tell you folks, being alone in here, knowing what happened, is really spooky. For several years, he had secretly used the sheltered outdoor stone arches, right here, of this old Prussian powder tower as his hidden sleeping camp. It was a place he felt safe, but on the night of March 22nd, 2018, an unknown attacker found him in the dark. The sheer calculated brutality of the beheading shocked the entire region and the entire nation. The head was left at the scene, as was his body. Oh my. Throughout April of 2018, this peaceful forest cemetery became an active crime scene. The authorities established a massive 35-officer homicide task force. They locked down these woods, deployed forensic teams to comb the dirt, and eventually offered a 10,000 euro reward. The case was even broadcast on national television on Germany's premier cold case program. Years later. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted. Yet despite everything, the killer has never been found. The motive and the perpetrator remain a complete mystery, leaving an active, heavy cloud of fear over these paths. Now, I will say this before we continue. If you do have any information, you can contact the Koblenz police. +49 0261 103-1. For anyone watching this who have actual information. The German authorities are still actively seeking the public's help. Okay. And I want to see if we get any kind of EMF.
Blade ended my life.
No way. I do not have location tracking on my phone. And as you can see, hopefully you can see this if it will. A blade ended my life. Oh my God, no way does it say a blade ended my life. I don't know if you could see that, if it focuses in on that or not. Now I have my phone in airplane mode, location tracking off, so Spirit Talker has no way of knowing where I am. The accuracy of that is absolutely incredible. A blade ended my life. Oh my God. So I'm going to bring the EMF. Now mind you, I do not know where he was killed, but I wonder if this is where he was found or not. So there was a little bit of a hit, but nothing really serious.
Lady.
Oh, it lit up as I stood up. Are you here? Okay, very little EMF right there. But I do want to know what the word was that I just got. Lady. So no EMF. Now keep in mind, anyone. So it could have been anyone. And that's the thing. They can't find the person. Now he did argue with somebody at the train station apparently. You have to wonder if he was followed back here. And I mean, if you really had a battle or a fight with somebody and you were going to be killed, this is the last place you want to come, to be trapped in a place like this. Oh, what am I gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna walk out of here. Hello. Okay, that kind of creeped me out. Somebody just walked up here. And didn't seem to have any purpose. He left. But it made me really nervous. He just snuck up on me. Well, okay, he's gone now. I didn't want to film somebody. Demon. Wow. That was really friggin' creepy. I'm talking and this guy just silently walked up. Man, that was creepy as hell. I mean, had I not turned around, he would have been right behind me. I'm not saying there was any ill will. He might have just been up here to see this place as well. You know, it's famous as a true crime scene in Germany. So I'm sure I'm not the only one that wants to come here and check it out, but damn, I'm not so sure I want to stay here much longer. But boy, oh boy, I'm a little bit creeped out right now, I have to tell you. Okay, so there's very little EMF, you know? It was, maybe you heard me talking to myself. Thought I was talking to myself on camera. So I'm just walking through here. Okay, so grave. There's lots of graves because we're in a cemetery. Okay, but very little EMF. So I want to go around and see if we can find another spot. Before I do that, let's get a good look at this. This is really... So, I don't know who put this together. But it said he had a lot of friends in town. That he was very well liked. And as I'm saying that, I get the word inspiration. That he was very well liked. That was me with the EMF. So, oh wow, I am here in this corner and it is freezing cold. I'm all the way in the corner. You can't get up here. But it's freezing cold. No EMF. Zero EMF. Oh, okay. Wow, it's like freezing right here. Sir. Yes? Are you trying to talk to me? Get my attention? You see this green light? Can you touch it? Got a real cold feeling standing in this area here. It was a small EMF hit, not much. So, oh. Okay. Here. There's someone here right now. get away from here. Why? Oh man, my heart is beating right now. Why do you want me to get away from here? Is someone here with me? Oh my. Oh, look at that. Right here. This is where I got the cold, cold vibe earlier. Who's here? Oh my. So I have to wonder, was this location haunted before he was killed here? So I wonder if it, oh my God. Wow. Those are some strong hits now. What did you say?
Pain.
Pain. So right here, I'm getting really, really strong hits in this corner. Which makes me wonder something. I'm not going to speak it. But I have to wonder. Because that's where I got a frozen feeling. I don't have that now, but the EMF was getting pretty strong right there. Is someone hier? Ist jemand hier? Sind Sie jetzt hier mit mir? Wie ist dein Name? I'm asking what their name is and if they're here. Oh, what does this say?
Unity.
In sor moim non dort. Okay, I got a really uneasy feeling in here now, and that dude really creeped me out, and because of that, I kind of want to get out of there. Like I said, I was thinking about coming back, and now I'm not so sure if I want to come back here later. Wow. Look at that tree.
Come on. Altar.
Altar? Yes, there's an altar in there. And among. Well, so
I am Bellatrix.
well, so well, so well, so well, so so I assume, I don't know, but I assume he was killed in there. That is where the makeshift altar is put together for him. God rest his soul. What a horrible, horrible way to go. I mean, they won't tell anybody what kind of weapon was used. And I don't want to think about, if it was a hate crime, how brutal and how torturous something like that could be. I mean, oh man, it's just horrible, horrendous.
Anniversary.
Okay. I want to be careful where I'm walking. I don't want to get a tick. How beautiful. Weidmann. And there's a gravestone right over there.
Eliza. Jail. You want proof.
I have to say that was like really unexpected. The vibe in there is unique. It's like you're not alone. Oh, got the word lost, I think. Yeah. I don't feel like I'm alone, you know? And then for that guy to just show up like that out of the blue. There's no one else around here.
Remember you all.
We remember you all. Okay. So it's just really more than just a little creepy, you know? But what I'd like to do now is I see these stairs going up over here, and I feel compelled or drawn to go up this path. Let's go see what we'll find. Ooh, I gotta admit, it's getting a little different, a bit of a vibe over here.
Beside.
Beside. My heart's beating, but I think it's because going up the steps. Oh wow. Look at this. Okay, what I'm about to show you, I'm going to scan, and you're going to see something. It's like,
Leave me alone.
leave. Really creepy feeling I get. And I would not be surprised if homeless still live in this cemetery. So I don't want to get in any kind of confrontation with somebody that's homeless and hungry, and I'm up here at the top of this thing, as you can see, with nowhere really to go. That's the second person that's only the second person I've seen up here. It's no joke, you run into somebody up here, you know. I just heard somebody behind me too. You run up, and it's easy to get scared over nothing when you know such a dramatic murder happened here. Look at this. I gotta go back down. just ask myself how I got this high up. I feel like I'm halfway down already though.
Gratitude.
I have gratitude, yes. So with that, as always, if you saw anything or you heard anything, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, how about giving it a like? And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and you want to join me on my adventures, or rather on my travels, subscribe. All right. Thank you for watching. Out.
Whispers in the dark, secrets untold, through haunted forests, castles old, from shadows.